So, a blessed Sunday to all. I hope it goes well. Um, I want to talk about misinformation and how to deal with it, defamation, how to deal with it. Um, you know how it's changed over time because now you have social media. um, People can misinterpret things. um, First off, you have to know one thing, and that is that people are more concerned about their own issues than they are about your issues, your situation, whatever it might be. And then people are also um, prone to use misinformation um, to try and gain some form of, I guess you could call it, trust or influence. Now, if someone comes to you and they talk about someone and they're speaking in a bad light, of course, there are sometimes where you joke about other people and stuff, but the first thing you ask yourself is, why? Why is this person telling me this? And am I the only one this person has told this? What do they hope to gain? What perception do they want me to have about that person? And then of course you evaluate the person's thoughts. Could this be true? Could this not be true? So that means you trust, you definitely trust your sense of priority more, your sense of loyalty more, and not go by what you want to hear or what you want to be told. And when you're a victim of misinformation on the receiving end, most people like to go in hiding. They want to be left alone. It's like you walk around and it feels like everybody is talking about you or everybody's judging you and so forth, which is normal. But the best way to deal with that is to not hide, because when you hide, then there's that sense of suspicion. But if you make yourself, if you're just there, enjoy yourself, that really makes people reevaluate what they heard as opposed to what they see. I've been a victim of misinformation, defamation of all sorts. So I am in a way speaking out of experience and also acknowledging that these are one of life's obstacles that make you stronger. It's an experience that you need, especially in my field, to not be a reactory person, to not always assume um, maybe presume, but try to get the real um, backstory, the real answer. And it seems that it balances, because saying I don't care what people think is not exactly the same as I can take what people think, I can take what they say, I can confront it if I have to. I am not afraid. Because no one knows you better than you know yourself. And of course, this forces us to reevaluate ourselves, which is growth. And I've grown from this, from people's presumptions and all of that. And that's one of the ways to handle misinformation, defamation within a community or the community. As for how to detect folly news, folly headlines, and so forth, it's that it always starts with a headline. The headline or the heading is always the sign. There is a reason why a certain headline is taken. The consequences of such are different depending on who you are. But then the content itself is usually from the perspective of, say, the journalist or the person they are interviewing. So if you don't see any sense of contradiction, which is human, as people, no matter how much we exercise watching our words and what we say, we slip up and we might say something that's contradictory that we have to re-say in order to correct it. That's a real interview, and it's not a presumption. And knowing what a presumption is, as opposed to a true story, is also to look at the person who is trying to deliver or spread this news. Do they spread news because of their own personal beliefs, or can they be neutral? Because there are always people who have their own opinions, and their own opinions are reflected upon what type of information they want to feed others. That information is usually irrelevant. It's like the coup that we were going to inflict upon this country. If we wanted to take this country by coup, we would not have announced it. We would not have gave warning, because the groups are set in a manner of diplomacy, civilized. the ballad and the bullet, as much impact as that speech had, the dialogue is much more powerful now. Dialogue as well as intention. And people know from the onset what certain intentions are. And that in itself is one of the things that made this so funny. The attempts fail because the man refuses to buckle, even when his feet hurt. And by men I mean MEN. And we must always stand firm. So let it be known